Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media: Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how these digital pioneers are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media: Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
your trusted information hub.
Good morning and welcome to this edition of Voices at 7. We magazine program where they come to you live from Voices Online TV, now with Facebook and with YouTube channel. And this now 1 hour 30 minutes program where they look at issues them where get to deal with development na salon. Anywhere they watch you can take part in this program by way how you go send you text message now with Facebook page and with YouTube channel, or you can send me text or WhatsApp message to the number 034 225 373 034 225 373. And we where they bring the program come to you this morning. Me name na Magdalene Kagbo.
Good morning, Magdalene, and me na Arnold Felix Ever. Good morning to viewers them. Inside the program this morning, we will look at how KUSH. You will get update on KUSH na the country, and same also we will update you. But the drowning, we don't left over 2 people now WATERLOO TOMBO Park inside the program this morning. Inside the studio, one for welcome Habib Kamara, one of the executive director of social linkages for youth development and child link. Good morning, Mr. Habib.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans and viewers right across the globe.
Okay.
We will look at the first issue inside the program this morning, and we will come back to you, Mr. Habib.
All right, so make we start the program proper. We dey start with the Climate Global Alliance and C40 cities organization them where they want climate change, where they do a webinar today, Thursday, July 18, 2024. And this webinar go empower young people for take action against climate change issues them. Now different side them where then they. Salukanu, now the senior manager for youth engagement and campaign na C40 Cities Salon office, and it tell Emmanuel John Conte more about this webinar.
On the 18th July, we a program where we introduce for teach youth then the municipality how for develop and establish a youth climate council. A youth climate council na a platform where they come with youth them together so that they go come close to the city hall and involve in policies them way for help mitigate and even adapt to climate issues them na Freetown.
Okay, more talk about what will be the topic na this webinar. What we will discuss.
So the specific focus of this webinar, the topic na establishment of a Freetown Youth Climate Council. It's an international webinar, so it's not only for Freetown, they also go for cities them around the world, wherein they want me young people then really participate tomorrow. Log in, sign into the platform where I shared a few days ago, so that they go listen to experts them, and the mayor of Freetown will do an introductory, message on that specific webinar day on how youth then will come together and establish a youth climate council.
And why not decide for all this webinar?
So it's very, very important for make we all know, see, like we can always say, youth now the features of tomorrow. But it's not only the youth of tomorrow, the features of tomorrow, but also we see, say, youth then are the change makers them of today. And we don't know the damage with climate change they cause now the world as a whole. Would they get extreme weather heat? Would they get sea level rise? People they cut trees. This all they affect the environment. And are we the mortal man that we activities them, they make we they get a negative impacts there. And we see youth them as people then wait for involved for solve them problem there. The reason being is that youth then they live in the various communities then. They know the problems then are in communities then. And you cannot solve this problem without collaborating with them. And how you go collaborate with them now for come with them at the round table, make them do some they develop policies them in terms of climate mitigation and adaptation. That will help for cascade the message in the community and bring out a very clean and sustainable environment and planet for we all.
So how then youths them here, for attend this program, will be part of this program?
So a link there, I go share with you now. We then go sign in. Then go sign in with the email address. Then go send for them the link. It's gonna be a Zoom link. We all don't know see now a digital world. So my colleagues then now the UK now then they run the webinar, but also me they rep in country so that I go cascade until we youth then are Freetown.
Content as it tell we more about this webinar will go happen today, Thursday, July 18, 2024. Well, in case you just join you they watch we live on Voices Online TV, now we Facebook page and we YouTube channel. And you can also be part of the program by way how you go send your text message to the number 034-225-373. We will continue with the program.
Plenty, thank you, Magdalene. Now I come to we guest Mr. Habib Tago Kamara. We are the Executive Director of Social Linkage for Youth Development and Child Link. Mr. Tago, tell us more bit about the intervention of an organization in the fight against KUSH.
Social linkages for youth development and child link is a house name for drug-related issues, not only on KUSH. Okay. But in 2019, it was myself tell this country say we don't get any drug called KUSH. And this KUSH force will be declared in 2019 to 2021 was imported. And in 2021, 30 to 2022 to current, we started seeing now the KUSH the way we declare now from Sierra Leone was a homemade. And recently we have done a study now this country about a premier result don't come on about waiting day inside the KUSH. I joined with my global partners, they're in a global initiative for trans-organized crime, which is a civil society organization where they do studies and research on trans-organized crime, which drugs are one of the components. And this study has been done in 2 countries in West Africa, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau and Sierra Leone, because of the dynamics of drugs-related issues. These are the 2 countries in the sub-regions where really drug issues, they really thrive. And the study recently will do, it gets a very hazardous result. What do
you mean, what I call them?
Hazardous.
Hazardous, okay.
And which is very dangerous.
Okay.
The chemical composition.
I know say we dey talk about drug, but I want big for people who watch, some man not go understand.
Okay, the chemical composition within inside the drug is very dangerous for the users.
Okay.
And nitazine, na the chemical we do this test, and we come with testing machines from abroad, from America to be precise. We can't do this testing. Well, we did not just came to do this testing. We went through the Ministry of Internal Affairs, through the NDLA, which is the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and the Trans-Organized Crime. Then give we a substance that we don't seize from 2019 to 2024. And we do testings on different drugs then. We do testing on gladi. We do testing on heroin. We do testing on cocaine crack. We do testing on cocaine powder. And we do testing on the KUSH. KUSH was so predominant because we all know what now KUSH don't do to citizens in this country. And we do this thing and we get the result. The result we get is just a preliminary result. We do the presentation to the National Task Force, the National Public Health Center. The management see this thing, they say, no, the presidency has to know about this thing. So after one day, they invite me that we should go to the vice president, we'll do the presentation. But we have some recommendations we made on it. Okay. These are, we get 36 substances we want from where we transfer, we want to take for Madrid. Now a bigger laboratory for more really know the other substance that will be within inside the chemical, within inside the KUSH. At first, we say na this country na tramadol, na formaldehyde, na formalin. We get other substances the way they put mortar and bone. But we test what we do. We not see all those things then. But we study what we do. We involve the users. We involved the manufacturers.
The users, you mean the one the way they take the drugs?
We use the drugs. Okay. The one the way they manufacture them, with the producer, local producers in country, and we call them, and what I just done with yourself, then tell we say different chemicals and they within the
because this brings me to my next question. What are some of the things them own offend after I don't do the test, the result? What are the things them we do inside own offend inside the drug KUSH?
Now one chemical, this chemical, they call it nitazine. Nitazine was created in 1921. Wow. And this has been a protected drugs, a protected chemical in America. In all the common no more. But in 2021, in America, the thing come up. People begin to use them, and we see a lot of fatalities happen in America. People started behaving like zombies.
Okay. So now this drug will make them behave like...
yeah, this chemical, because in potency is 100% get potency than heroin.
So now the only chemical on a inside KUSH?
We get small substance like tramadol, but it really come up very prominent in it. And that chemical, and when I do the two studies, now the same like Guinea-Bissau self the user. But the fatality we Sierra Leone get, Guinea-Bissau is not getting it.
So why?
Why? We don't know. Perhaps that's why we are calling upon the government for me allow we for send the 36 substance to a bigger laboratory. Perhaps there are something that we are including into it where the first test will do with tubes them and sticks them, we not able to verify further other things the way they did. That is what we do. And again, we requested to the Sierra Leonean government that seize them whether we don't seize them properties they are from Waterkey and from Lungi Airport. We want the bill of lading. Bill of ladings are documents when somebody don't buy something, he want order. The origin where it come on.
For trace the paperwork.
Yes, for trace the paperwork. Who side this substance come on and who side this chemical come on. And inside and back, we can see another substance and another registered and item where the kind of this country it is legal where the ex-marrows live. What we know they can before they can either them docker inside there, not tea where they can make tea leaf with.
Okay.
So now you know come back as prominent as the leaf where they use. Perhaps because of where they come out abroad for Kaya, they don't already dock that leaf there, where it reach Sierra Leone from point of contact, and it is a registered substance, a registered leaf where they take tea with in the kind of the country. So these are the things that we don't see inside that report where we call upon government, and government has been so responsive to it because they don't get money. What the vice president tell we, he says Sierra Leone has been trying to have developmental partners to come up with these kinds of testing at the country. More really know what are the fatalities that is this KUSH would say. So now we work with the NDLA, which is the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, and then get the statutory power in terms of drug-related issues, and national and trans-organized crime. We are under the Sierra Leone police, then they seize them, then they come. So they give you some substance from 2019 to current 2024.
So we want to do the comparison from 2019 to 2024 and the one before earlier. The component they want to find, which one more lethal, where it cause more problem for the young people or people who they take up?
Now the current one we presently did chemical we call nitazine. After the here I will share the reports with you guys. Make yourself go through the report. It is where it get fatality, and that is the reason we are seeing our young people. When you take that chemical, is telling you anybody will take that chemical.
Okay, so now this drug responsible, not only for let them behave like zombie, but for let at the then get sore, we difficult for well.
Yeah, because when it goes into your system, it has to destroy some organs. And the day will be the presenter. We invite the national response invited the only consultant pathologist will get Dr. Oris Kamara. He opened him up that day say, wow, that is the reason since 2022 to the current days, all those people that are using the current substance where we call KUSH, wait and die, wait and they do prosmoting on them. It always they see all the intestine don't defrost, it don't cut. All thing they want side. So the damage all the internal organs. And at the end, where the organ or the OT self, then get what we call abscess. These are abscess we are seeing on the
because I just want to say that the fruits only with the sea.
Now the fruit only with the sea because it has pressure. The blood cannot circulate again. When the blood cannot circulate, it has to give a damage to the organ. So that mainly causes that. So, but we don't want to just stop there. It is a primary route. So that is the reason we call upon government for me would say. Now documentations they go on. Government really want this thing with say because of what we do for send it in now. And
send out of the country for them to do further.
Yes, further laboratory for more we really know all the ingredients there because we talk to those that are manufacturers, local manufacturers, and the one really they take them. And they say that then component they go there. But when it goes to bigger laboratory,
then we will
discover all components with the intura.
Okay, so I just want to ask, the report owner don't get, una can make them public, so even to the people where they take and the way they sell, let them know the dangers of this tier when they take, so in a KUSH.
It is public. When we did it, we first of all get the national task force we government don't set. We meet them because they have the responsibility now to reach out to communities, and this is a public state of emergency, just like how we get COVID, just like how we get Ebola. So that platform we will reach out, and there are 5 pillars where this national and public state of emergency get 5, which is we get the community, we get the psychosocial, and we get the preventions and other the law enforcement and other related issues. So we call it all and present this thing, and we reach back to the vice president for the government for me to know, and the AG, which is the Attorney General, and they all get concerned. So now the documentation is in place. Sooner or later we will be shipping these things out from the country. But this KUSH, anybody will take this current KUSH with that nitazine, do not have a lifespan of 1 year.
Wow.
Okay. So let's talk small bit about why make this drug so addictive when somebody starts for taking.
In drugs, I'm an expert in harm reduction. That is my area of domain.
Okay.
When they say synthetic drug is very addictive. More especially the concord of chemicals, applications. So you have some chemicals will make some things then they become so addictive. Like nitazine is so addictive. When you take them within a space of 1 week, for you to leave it, the urge always comes on you. And people who are taking drugs, certain times when they have that urge, the whole system be docked. Like somebody when they take KUSH, do don't clean out, you know, get access to KUSH. Now pay no more even for go they feel some other and things them until it take this KUSH before it resuscitates. When it resuscitates, before it get in. So, but in Sierra Leone, we don't get any, and now they try for what you say. We do not have a rehabilitation center, and we don't have proper best practice of way how we rehab somebody from we rehabilitate that person we take that substance there. We have one medical which is called naloxone, which sooner is in country, which it was ordered from my own organization for camp for begin establish for begin apply for them people there. The SOP has been just be developed. We sooner or later will doing the launch and we'll be calling the media to see. One.
Okay, so what should they go for do?
Naloxone, when somebody don't take that KUSH, naloxone they resuscitate. And we are seeing our brothers when they take it, they are nodding. They are not sleeping. They are half awake. They are sleeping. So you allow yourself to be in that kind of composition. You are tearing a lot of cells within your body. We don't know so. And resuscitate. So many damage to be with the chemical based on the harshness of the chemicals. They cut so many things from them. But naloxone resuscitate them, which is the opioid.
Resuscitate like for clean the system.
For clean the system, for making them wake up back without more damage. And anybody when they take naloxone, it is a medical requisition. We will make later, then will becomes disinterested into it. Because the more it is being given to you, the more you become resuscitated. And this is one of the process, rehabilitation process. And we call anybody when they take narcotic, opioid drugs then. Now opioid substitutional therapy, it is like a therapy
where they go through.
Okay. Just like you have a bone fracture, you have to go through a therapy from physio, from where you would say, and adjust down at the therapy. And again, the recommendations made for people where they take that which is naloxone. And naloxone, I want to say thanks to the Global Fund, where they support the government of Sierra Leone through the Ministry of Health. We don't procure up to about $1 million of that drugs. We don't come in the country early this year, but it was not for KUSH.
It's not for just people already on drugs.
Yeah, but the program where they run at Sierra Leone, I am reaching out to injectors.
Okay, so look, no talk about this part. We probably will ignore them. People ignore them, but it's still a major problem. People already take other different kind of drugs. Them. How not it reach out to them and how not help them for come back into society normal.
And we have drop-in centers. Okay. We have our chain of work. We have peer educators. These peer educators, we are former users.
Okay.
We have peer navigators and peer educators. The peer educators are the ones that goes to their peers, sensitize them, and make a bid up and do referrals to our drop-in centers. And the peer navigators is the higher cadre of those that have been peer educators. Now they have changed and they have that responsibility of supervising the peer educators and doing link to health services. But from what we start for operate in 2016, drug users based on stigmatizations cannot go to healthcare facilities because the healthcare facilities personnel and always the way of talking, even people where they work with, even they don't get ethics. That is the only thing.
So you think a change need for take place from the health workers them, so that if it's somebody a survivor or a victim of drug abuse, for going at the health center, you not go free, you not go fear say they go drive me, they go cost me, and go tell me what. You think so? Then
yes. And Sierra Leoneans, we fail it as a country. When we war down at this country, 85% of those who use the word, recommendations from the TRC chapter 4, 8 and 9 says 85% of those who fought the war were substance abuse users. When the war finished, we just rushed to disarm them, rehabilitate them, and give them small, and how can I call it, and livelihood skills. Yes. And these were the people, after the war, they went into the communities. And you don't born in this country late 80s to 90s, the war coming. But before 2001 to 2 Pakabasi, the war done. We are not having drug-related issues. Yeah. There has been drugs in this country, but that not be so big. Okay. Yeah. Those who returns to the communities were having drug issues because drug now something until that person go rehabilitation. We have something where somebody don't go rehabilitation, we will call relapse. When somebody is at that relapse, right now I don't left drug. Yeah. Yeah. I get relapse, I go to community. But if I do not have anything to resort to, a livelihood support or something where I for do, one day that urge they can't permit me. And when I get that urge, for me I get back. Because you not get better.
Or maybe if you dey see him, maybe
you see him, you become of what you see. Yeah. You know, if you left here when I go China and I enforce the talk Chinese because it is here and it's so sensitive. So now so drugs have day. So on that note, we fail as a country for capture drug-related issues. So the one that we go with drug, the one that we will be disarmed, the way they go to a community, they begin to sell drug. When people they say, hey, now then they go and now, so that community levelity be there. Yeah. So drug issue. Now really now a pandemic in this country, we all see them. And now, my sisters and my brothers in this country, what they say before President Bill April 4 called this thing, the zero the community we get, we not never they see again. You are coming from Godrich. As a journalist, tomorrow or next tomorrow, Saturday, you're gonna Shola Water. Guys down don't go hard to reach.
So what you want to say, they don't go now, like
now water now they know, now they see now they know, they go take.
So now, I want to understand something. Mr. Tagola, understand this one. So they don't left the land, they don't go far.
Now the water they stay.
Now the water they take boat. They go to the water, Shola Water. And they want the way between Golf Club, New Life City, back of Retail Supermarket, can they drive that mangroves with it. Now they don't know. Sooner or later when I will see a documentary we don't do with BBC. Wow. See young peoples in the mangroves, just like bats they were in the hanging.
Jesus.
Because of the community approach by them was not good. If we want to curtail this drug issue, the community needs to have ownership.
So, let's talk about because I'm still particular about the medical people. Because they self get important role for play. And I don't try for work with the Minister of Health, get a conversation with medical personnel. See, them people are not people who for the treat. Because I get practical example. Even if somebody get small accident, because nurses them or doctors them, as they smell small amount of drug by you, then they say left this first. They need to pay attention to them. I like it in a critical situation.
So when my organizations operate with the Ministry of Health, I'm in a good working relationship with the Ministry of Health. We current minister, a person with an international and global person, he knows, we really need to do more as a country. Okay. For more able attain what we call 95, that drug-related issues. If country want to attain what we call the UHC, which is the universal health coverage, universal health coverage say you know for left nobody behind in terms of that person in what way they do. If not crime work safe, but when it comes to health or what you say, you forget medication. You know for left no person behind in terms of medication, and that is the statutory power government they all don't sign on at the war. If we want from no CC. All the relationship where I don't just try for say not get a public health challenge on we medical on we health sector we need for no left no population behind. That is the reason I am working with key populations and we get other colleagues on the national HIV response. Key populations are people who use drugs, people who inject drugs, female sex workers, people incarceration.
Okay. So let's talk about since you work with people and we not drug users. What's the age gap, the category of people who involve more in drug taking?
Like studies will do 2013, we inform all begin work. We will see age bracket from 15 to 35. But now, it is displayed to know that from childhood now, from the age of 9. Nine. Because we have the data, you go to our office, people come in, you take age with itself. It's so pathetic.
So how serious, like now we're seeing a drug pandemic because it's not only about KUSH, other drugs that are involved. How serious this thing be?
It is serious. It is no secret to all Sierra Leoneans. We have people like just look the last graduation from the rehab.
Okay.
You have 65 of them who are in tertiary university.
Yeah.
That is to know that it has entered our fabric of our
Education.
education
system.
or the generation we go for replace me and you tomorrow. There are people. I am an analytics specialist. They give backup to that place. We have 12 steps in rehabilitation. And these 12 steps in rehabilitation get backup for do. Now for that we say we really need for do more. 1 month, 2 weeks. Not go able to rehab somebody from that kind of synthetic.
Yeah, because they take like 1 month inside the rehab station then before they release them, right?
Yes, so that's why I say we have to do more. And not only in Freetown, we have rehabilitation center. Not only in Freetown, Sierra Leone. We need for decentralizing to up country. Now at the time when I say KUSH is no longer an urban problem. It is a rural problem.
So tell me why now it be rural problem? If
Now village self where you go, my brother, if say na 5 house, 10 house day, KUSH
KUSH.
And if government wants to succeed on their 5 agenda or 5 flagship program, one is Feed Sierra Leone. Those are supposed to be at those forefront to work. Guidance of the drugs.
Yeah.
So to all these things,
So our government if they're supposed to achieve this 5 big agenda, how serious they for take this fight against drug? Because it's not all about KUSH. How serious the government for take the fight against?
it is just simple economics.
Tell me.
Okay.
Supply route needs to be cut down. The higher the supply and availability, the more the demand.
But how they go able for Cajun people? Because people in the wake is then they accuse, but then they deny. So how you think so they go able for catch these people then and cut down this supply chain?
The supply chain is very easier. It is community. The community needs to have ownership. Ownership in a sense, we see how community be urge. They be the whole about them, create them, abuse them. If the community become a community, then they sell it here. If the community get ownership, when I was studying in Kenya, Mombasa, get heroin and drug-related issue. Community has to have responsibilities. Bylaws were passed by municipalities. Councils them. Any household where they sell it in a day, that household has to be seized and confiscated to government.
Yes, that's now one. We don't see the police don't they do good work like for go after then small one day they sell in our community.
Not to the small one they will get for follow. The bigger change them. We have people. We should not be protecting people that comes with drug to this country on with human capital.
Because if they continue for the protect and continue for left them, I don't think say President Bugo able. She don't say most of the houses after any 10 hosts upline. Nothing say President Bugo will achieve in agenda.
So, thank you for coming out with that analysis. And in Sierra Leone, we are all part of this country, and this is the only country we have. Drug issue not to Sierra Leone issues no more. It is global. But the narratives where it happens, we are seeing people are more protected than the users. For us, the users, that is the reason in the just concluded International Day Against Drug and Illicit Trafficking, the team is very beauty. They say the evidence is now clear. Invest in prevention. We need to invest in prevention. Catch them when they are young. We have radical inclusion now, which has been made on our education system. we need to have a curriculum now on substance abuse into our schools to capture our young people that are in school before they come into drugs. Because drugs, more of the synthetic drugs, where they travel now all over the country, all over the world. The more you start synthetic drug, for me, it's not easy. But if they have the basic education from the pre-primary school education up to tertiary education, their mindset could have been built up that this what they do is very hazardous, a very danger for we health and even with communities. And again, the communities, I don't know. The communities now, we all know, we could just today before President they say around January, March, they say, hey, WATERLOO, they know all these people there. They put themselves saying, but from when President what he said this thing, what he more they build up, me on investigation. People are now arrested who are, let me say, perpetrators. I call them perpetrators, those that sell, those that do those things. When they are arrested, they go to police. After one of what he said, those people are released. They come back into communities. They started behaving as macho men, begin cause. So communities say they fear.
Yeah.
Forgive up. But I always tell communities, say, we will not get for relent. Because if drugs try very routine where you are in your communities, you Pekin, you sister in Pekin, or your neighbor in Pekin, now then go hook up to this thing. Because drug, after food, crude oil, the third largest business is drugs.
All right.
Mr. Tabo, continue for them to come back to you.
All right. In name now, Mr. Abib Kamara, we are the Executive Director for Social Linkages for Youth Development and Child Link. Continue for them to let me take another story where we get from today. And we go now to the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Social Welfare. Make we now go to the Youth Council. We then serve on the parts for this fete. We in a KUSH business, and we talk to Tijan Keller, we are the national president for the National Youth Council, and he say they don't do plenty engagements them on KUSH, but better thing and not see nothing happen on this fete here. And I've been going meet her and talk to them.
KUSH and KUSH related issues, we don't begin the discussions. Me personally don't begin the discussion since 2021, where they raise awareness on KUSH and they call on government for take prompt action. And I believe doing in line with the other district youth councils, because the National Youth Council are a body we are responsible for all young people then within the ages of 15 to 35 in the country, and all youth organizations then where they operate in the country, like the National Youth Council, they oversee them. So when I begin the campaign, we send a memo across. We go with district youth council chairpersons, then we go with chiefdom youth council chairpersons then. So we begin to do this sensitization right across the country. And notwithstanding, 2023, our call for we get a task force across the country. The district chairpersons then, all over, build up a task force. And that task force be comprised of all the district stakeholders then, the ONS, the police, the military, the paramount chiefs. We make sure so we bring them all together and discuss the way forward on KUSH. The only thing now we don't the stock we now the structures that we then put in place for the emergency, then very well. But the functions of the structures there don't they delay with somehow.
Okay.
Are they part of one of the teams that we then set?
It's not these functions there, so.
Like the law enforcement. We don't see the psychosocial side with social welfare and Ministry of Youth Affairs. They move actually for take people in the street, carry them go for psychosocial support and carry them go for medical treatment.
Yeah.
But in all of this, it's too small because they just do on a free turn, and even free turn self, they still not do it.
Okay, so with all this now, where they don't do, how you see the progress of the KUSH intake and the boys them and girls them where they take this KUSH? How you don't see the process?
No, much not happen it. I tell you for free, much not happen it. Because what will be they expect? The law enforcement for don't take up the lead.
Okay.
But who names that we don't they come up, we don't they see, then they point to them, and that point only they point things that they should say yes, then they involve. right?
Okay.
But nothing much.
Okay,
and
so
we don't see the thing don't come back, because when we start up the task force, we find out say a less, in fact, maybe they on the street at the ask. Most of them they tell you say the thing don't scarce, it don't done. They begin sell until 30,000, two them they sell 5,000. Because of the scarcity, you go to it to 30,000. So not to all man be able to buy. But later when the tempo reduce, when the CC government don't relax, this and that, then come back and begin the production. And now they see most of them don't go back now.
All right. So well, waiting go be una self your role, or waiting they be una your role where una say government so relax, or let una self take up as youth and foresee that government still waiting for you.
Government don't set tax force already. Now that's the difference the way everybody can understand. When the tax force don't be in there, we will work independently. But now that government don't set up a tax force, you can go beyond the operations
So now
of
not
the
going
tax
to
force.
work with the tax force.
We are working with it. That's what I'm saying. We dey work with the tax force, but the tax force is headed by committees. You understand? Like for the enforcement side, like how the judge say, it's now being headed by the Drug Law Enforcement Agency. We get support from the military and the police, backed by the young people. Then they give their information. But even if you go to them, they tell you the manpower is not there because of the resources. So we don't get some constraints with anything in there. And the advocates who hold the power, still with the call for let government boost up the security side, the enforcement agencies. Because before this time, when they declare the thing, we see say it less. But as they relax, we don't see say don't take over the street. Let me just give you examples. When they bring their task force, when president declare, we finally say if we understand, the comedian at the street at the see them.
Okay.
There by the way can say clean salon. We finally say it be less. Because now that's then they use for getting KUSH. Because then they get access to the KUSH.
Okay.
But when the thing don't come back, you don't find out so they don't go back in the street. You understand? We make sure like I be go on car wash where I can go. I go and talk to them. When the thing's scarce, I go to like 1 week. I meet them foot. All don't go down. They want to be getting swelling foot. All go down because I ask them. Then they get access to the KUSH again.
In name na Tijan Keller, and in the national president for the National Youth Council, and he be they talk to me, but this KUSH fete na the country. And in case you just they watch me live on Voices Online TV, now with Facebook and with YouTube channel, and you can also be part of the program by way how you go send you text message or you send me WhatsApp message on the number 034-225-373 034-225-373. You can also drop we comments on our Facebook page and we YouTube channel. We continue with the program.
The conversation will continue and we still get Abib Tago Kamara, one of the executive director of social linkages for youth development and child link. Mr. Abib, you are from the national president of the Youth Council, Tijan. They talk on different issues them on the fight against KUSH. They make mention of one thing. We talk about the availability of KUSH. How available KUSH still in the streets of it?
KUSH and in May it will go scary. Price shoot up. In June, we see that when the security build up, now KUSH in our sign up. It is available, affordable, and accessible. The price don't return back how it be day.
Okay, so what's not be the reason we make the price been scarce, where people are not be able to forget or the price it be very expensive? What's not be the reason we make that they happen?
Because the state of emergency, the proclamation was done by the president, and we see the build up of law enforcers. We all know Sierra Leone culture. When something has been hit, boom, we see the raise, people in the raise with this. Later we see and they died out. Now for us, it has not been died out. You go to Lumley community. Now the drug-related issues from Lumley now getting to Western Rural, Godrich, and Ogu Farm. You go to those places now, till you go to Mambo. It is really scary. So it is still in the communities. We are calling upon government. We are calling upon law enforcers. More especially, not only the police. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, which has the statute power to regulate and reach out to every communities with drug demand and preventive messages is illy budgeted for. For the past 10 years, I have been following their budget hearing. Whatever the budget when they put on, they don't even get 10% of that budget. We all see the current executive director in parliament, they say even light, na be procure. And it is scary.
And if you don't get money,
how you able to reach out to communities?
Yeah.
And I want to call Ministry of Finance. They have a language that can say they have prioritized NDAs they will give. Drug not to priorities.
So I want to ask this question. Are we really serious in the fight against KUSH and drug-related activities at this country?
We need to invest and we need to do more. For more we get that seriousness. We see the same demand, the same presidential proclamation that was made on Corona and Ebola.
So we need that kind of...
No, not the same put on KUSH. But the other will see them to them. Where even the media houses, even the media within a Fakai, we get jingles where they come on, within radio stations, within their media houses, with everybody. But the National Task Force needs to do more. I want to say, if the Ministry of Finance, we need to put priorities into budgeting the National Task Force. The National Task Force needs to be every corner of this country. With seriousness, because these are human capitals that are wasting. Look at the current what is now reading on social media, like McKinney. People are lying on the tables of McKinney. Okay. You see this recent what is coming. They asked one of the experts, I sent that things to and where they can do this testing. And now you see mosquito the bite about the fashion day.
Mosquito the fashion.
It is stick on the board. We have seen that video, but
it is scary. It is the metazine, that chemical.
Over dozens
of them are clustered on those boys, and these are homeless people. You see mosquito going to get a fashion day. So we
must also the sweetest way they get all the chemical.
So we need to do more. We have so many ways for what we say. Yeah. We want to say more. I'm not forcing. I'm one of the lead advocates on drugs. We don't do a testing. But for where this national task force don't come. For invite persons of civil society, we don't say it. Okay. And just like what Tijan say, they have the mandate. We are doing us to complement government. But me, if person not call me from some side, I know they go there. I go there in my own corner and they do my own job. But this drug issue, my brother,
I think
we need to have a synergy, collaborations, where National Task Force not able to reach. We do not want money from the National Task Force, but that hand of felicitation say, make we all come on board and do this thing.
All right, as you say,
I able to reach some side, when they take drug, when I had to reach place, when the National Task Force not able to reach there. Yeah. But we have the skill and the methodology how to reach to those places. But the olive hands has not been given to us to reach to those places.
But this opportunity
and this is all opportunities. We have a license to operate in this country from government of Sierra Leone. They should go to an how do they call the place? The Economic and Development Planning and the register. All organizations that are doing drug-related issues come on board.
Okay. So not talk now about, because we did have to talk about KUSH. Whose kind of damage KUSH don't do to the youthful population of this country, including women them? Because what most of them say youthful now, man and woman.
Wow. I am happy you don't come up with women. Women who use drugs are hard to come out. And they are very challenging because of what? Their gender. And the gender and stigmatization within communities. Women, when they use drugs, are prone to everything. One, if woman they take, not just see, woman they take KUSH, it all becomes overdose. Even within communities. People make a gang rape them without even negotiating for condom. And these are the things we are seeing. women wey dey use drugs wey get pikin dem pikin dem dem get a challenge in life for live, and then pikin dem hence the mama dey use drugs, then say later go for pikin use drugs. So for women wey dey use drugs, alternatives dem dey for make dem make out for make dem come to treatment area. Women wey dey use drugs no dey always come, e becomes shy because of the communities wey dem dey or because of the stigmatization wey dem come up. But we get the methodology how we dey pull them out.
So lots of still, because I want to know the impact, the danger, how it will affect the young people. Because when we look at this society salon, young people get important role for play. So how it don't damage the young people?
The 2015 national census says we have 65% of our population, which is a youthful population. And these populations are the ones that needs to replace. And this population, with the narratives where they go, if we not continue, we health system will get problem. We social issues will get problem. Even educational. Now government is spending 21.5% of their national GDP on free and quality education. In 2018 to 2020, the school admission be done go up. Now they say it is drill. If just 122 people we then just discharged from the rehabilitation, 65 are coming from a tertiary institutions. With some man they do law, some man they do medicine. They are all there. So that means we have impact of those that are supposed to replace you tomorrow as a journalist, to replace me tomorrow as an advocate, to replace those that are medical doctors. So, and if we want to attain what we call the SDGs and the Sustainable Development Goal, Goal 17 and Goal 14 is talking about substance abuse and young people's livelihood. And now, the young people's livelihood and the young people's attractions, now they know now the KUSH don't hold now. Now they know the KUSH the damage.
Where the things they go? You think say we will get brain drain because we look now, it don't attack every sector.
Yeah, we'll get a brain drain. Brain drain, first time when they say brain drain, people are leaving their country to go and find greener pasture.
Yeah.
But now brain drain, people are not accessing those institutions then where they're supposed to learn something, for become viable, for become for fair livelihood. And now, our own brain drains now, it get a social problem now, and it get a health problem. Now, see when you have an impoverished health system strengthening. So the health system strengthening, will try for strengthening, will still get a decline because, one, if majority of them get kidney problem. Kidney, somebody will get kidney, we need for treating a dialysis machine. Dialysis machine, that one thing in this country. To access dialysis machine is $3,000 to $5,000. Very young man, who are able to go on that dialysis machine. My brother. So, as a country, the synergy for cut this thing. We in drug-related with itself will get 3 policies and 3 ways for reduce drug-related issues. 1, you get the drug and demand reduction. You get the harm reduction where they do, and you get the supply route. The supply route anymore with concerns for thee. Because if there is no supply, there should be no demand. But the more the demand, the more the supply, the more the demand. And the way how KUSH get advantage, it get disadvantage. KUSH not the smell. And the trade of KUSH, now KUSH, they don't change the way how they sell and now the narrative. So tell me. You come on Godrich. I want 1 net or where you come here. Go team up now. Crafton Junction. Most people who comes there to post that brain then they sell. Most people who come there and they post it and they do it itself, na lie. They are selling KUSH underneath. Wow. So where people they come, then they just the passa. Okay. And now it don't go back to the telephone booths then. When they say top up them.
So they don't re-strategize.
They have re-strategized. This is the way they, how can I say?
They think.
The industry day.
Okay.
People thinks more than the way people they want to say. But we got to bid up. with law enforcers they get a bid up and they are paying law enforcers. How government they put fear and police motorcar every day they go do arrest. When we can do this arrest, later we see if it's a police have the blame say when they send a thing go court, they say, but we get two laws. Well, for me, they impede the laws, the drug related issues. We have 2001 Drug and Pharmacies Act. We get minute and
fines or charges. When you
go hold somebody with 100 million worth of drugs, you go say, nah, 1 million be bailer. That person don't go walk out of it.
The
2008 drug law came into being when the cocaine plane landed from Venezuela to this country. By then, Sierra Leone was not having any statute to try people who carry that kind amount of magnitude of drugs. The then government and the then parliament rushed to give us an act under a certificate of emergency for about 2 weeks.
Without proper consultation?
Yes, some things then they will be lack inside that drug law, that national drug law. But in get stiffer fines. But the bench, which is the judiciary, but in the first town hall meeting, we and the Ministry of Information called, now Bintu Mani, and the AG is saying now they have memo the bench that they could be using the 2008 drug law. We get stiffer laws. But we don't see in our communities, people we don't get magnitude of drugs, where say where they hold them, then go, we they see them, they free them. But where are we going as a country? Things are going well in certain aspects.
But in terms of the fight against
the fight against this thing, we really need to re-strategize and become proactive. Why in May we see the decline of the drugs be scarce and the price go up? Now it don't come back to the price. That means there is availability, affordability, and accessibility.
Okay.
So on that note, I am calling upon the Ministry of Internal Affairs, who is responsible for both the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency and the National Police. And the community again, and they left this to now, the community. The community, this thing that we all get them. Just tell the car rain they come. They want to read at the slum areas and they feel them more because all the dirty now the slum areas they in the deposit.
Yes.
So we are calling upon government. Let us put and strategize. We have military people. We will also say we have this military and police partnership and civil partnership. Let us work with the communities. I think say the Ministry of Local Government don't give the community pillar. Let us re-strategize, we chips them and we use everybody. Community, they don't become disinterested. The thing not making haste the head now the communities, the drug related issue. So I tell community member them, if we are afraid, we are picking and they get for term victims. Now you neighbor in picking and get for term victims. Again, now school don't the can lock. We get bulk off for picking and we get for the next 2 months now. And there is nothing for them to do. If there is drug within the communities, then picking and they don't get any recreational areas. Our community not get recreational area where man go, hey, would they go today that this would they go do? Make we really be vigilant of picking when they come. And be mindful of you picking a friend where they keep. And against Sierra we are lack of monitoring our children. They go to school 5 hours, they are in school. They come from school, we don't even check their school bags. We don't even check the way how they are communicating.
Yeah.
So we just leave them on their way. And again, we get single parenting. And single parenting is much. And for them, when they are single parenting, we take care of when picking them. Drug related issue. If me not get money today, or I don't they are poor, the drug network is so what say they can use them about them for give drugs then to them, for go traffic camp. That but where's that money don't sweet them.
It will continue for drug.
So on that note, I want to say thanks to Voice Online TV.
Okay. As we try to round up the program, we'll just take we last report where we get for today. And now we go now as we go Usa Water don't kill over 2 people them and it don't have some people and destroy property them and Usa Voices Online TV also go that the scene yesterday, July 17, 2024, and Arnold Felix Elba put this report together.
According to the United Nations, climate change na one of the biggest threats them we Maltaman dey face. WATERLOO, like any other place, don dey face serious climate change problem them, especially during rain season. Water don dey hamburg and even kill people them. July 17, 2024, heavy rain been come in other parts of the country dey. Usai water be carry and kill over 2 people them, according to the one them will be witness this disaster. Aisata Conte, na businesswoman at the WATERLOO TOMBO Park, we been witness this heavy rain as it become for pull in market. He first begin explain to me waiting a witness.
So around 6 o'clock I then house because we water carry the course, but I no go on table. Water go me table go. Okay. So I get for come on it. I can put me table. But we dey help people enough for course. Once small boy say boango, na me save all am back and save her back. So water don't pray now so nobody able course. 3 people and me team up they try for course. So 2 man, 1 woman. Woman a yellow woman. Get that plastic bag. But then he say by my car. Okay. So I mean do the so stick up for come when I bowl. And in can eat blend on. When they eat blend on, people like the girl they say they get for car and for this iron. This iron be team up.
So the water now in wash this iron?
Yes, this iron here be team up. So when they can and you iron for that with them now. The woman get for the man and get for go. But boys can be pass so fast, I then go all woman and say, but the woman they talk to you so right now. They do hospital, hospital. I don't go there back with me. I see.
You don't see them.
But you know they in condition, you know they able to talk no more that way. Okay. So don't see. So the 2 people but then I will not able to see them, I know like.
From Aisata, I be same way to talk to Sidiki Jallo, where instead they do business at the WATERLOO TOMBO Park. We blame the people we don't build at the Sawe water pass for this disaster will happen.
What is they come? Water, it run down, it go. You get road for go. No they hamburg. Understand, sir? So, but from there, when you see they can make this fence.
Which fence? This fence?
This way they cross to table down. So the water where they can now, you know they get road again for go. So where they go say they go kick, it come. Understand, sir? So this incident not be the happen now. So now, when they can build this building then the president side, yes, because this culvert it be open. So outside they can run down, they go. Understand? So when they can build this building so the president side, now it make they see this problem where they happen. Then don't say under we side the water they supply back for empty. Then they don't go build it back, the place don't left small. So when the water they car, like na small rain in the car, the water they go they kick in the car, they come back. So now it make you see this problem worse.
So year. This is the worst one experience this year?
Yes, sir.
And you believe that because of the construction, we don't take place?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Now it cause this.
So Edward Conte, now driver where they run at the WATERLOO area, himself begin in your experience.
I don't know. When I come to WATERLOO, so I don't want to pass here. And so I can use by that Fullerton road. So today, my people, why don't I have to allow just storm, but I can't pass here. So I can meet water in Boku, but when we multiply the high small, at least I will be cross. So I reach middle there now. Some people let me there before me, way be the work at the way. So also I can't stop me side now. I can't wear my hole. See where the water now, the multiply can't throw the water, the multiply out. So damage the multiply in fan, then the radiator all the damage. See. So from there now, the water be the direct people and now they cow there. Now they one of my apprentice Bobo. They be the sky for car rescue the woman. But by then I not be able. Now they see where this railing now. It come. You see, the forum. You see, then the railing away for all the Bobo now with the woman now. They not be able. So it's a reverse. So you see now the water they go. The first woman now in the water go water. And the second one back inside the water the pan go water. So from there now the Bobo it come on. So from there now, we just break no more now. Nobody no come, no get mine again. For can the water the come. So from there now, we the water make like say less more. Talk to people, let them push me now. Take go up and stand down.
The WATERLOO TOMBO Park now one busy market, and this heavy rain not only kill people but be also spoil people markets. I will continue for bringing an update on this story as I wait for the official report from the police. As they still the search for the people with water be cargo. For Voices Online TV, Mina Arnold Felix Elba, the report.
All right, plenty thank you to Arnold Felix Elba as he been put that report together. Usa water don't kill over 2 people them and don't left property them destroy.
We will continue with this conversation and we still get the Executive Director, Social Linkages for Youth Development and Child Link, Abib Tagore Kamara. Mr. Kamara, we don't talk about KUSH, I don't affect people, how they affect society, how they affect young people. Before we talk about intervention, what things supposed to happen, how government and other people for able for resuscitate the one them way they partake of this drug KUSH. Not talk about the area them who not only work on, who not find out see KUSH actually they give serious problem in their community.
Within the Western urban and Western rural, we get prone communities. We don't I mark them now as prone communities. Kutoro don't be. Government WAF. Susan's Bay. You get back of the bus station. Getting to Urugu Bridge. Karabata and certain place then be. Aberdeen, there is a place called Last Banking. When you go to Last Banking, boys are living in a dirty box. And hug them. You go Boaf, it's the same. You go in between Kande Drive, the Kliko you see from Kande Drive, till they go Aberdeen Beach, then go all the inside the mangroves. These are Proms area. You come there, you can Romley. You go Ogu Farm, you go Laka. These are all Proms area. Waterloo in the Western rural is one of the most prone area again for these drug-related issues. And again, when random begin carry people then go, these boys, most of them are homeless people. More not pray, we'll send them out tomorrow, then water can carry them go outside and day. So we they call upon government, more the ONS, the national ONS. If they go this disaster area, Proms area, when I go there with drug messages, and again the body waiting they take drugs they will teenage place there. Okay, Mr. Bibo go quick now Facebook. We view as them some of them get questioned, especially Muhammad Parker. He said, Mr. Abib, how do you think the present structure set up by the government can able to fight this KUSH? If they are well financed, having said the KUSH is now sold at telephone booths, bread sellers, etc. If yes, and if no, and why? Wow, finances is not what we need as a country for fight this thing. Yeah, the task force has the head of the task force. Now a very good expert. He's a professor and he's a public health expert. And he don't work in this country, in the military, and he don't work with the COVID. And we saw how the COVID response was there. The COVID was having multiple finance and budget, both from government and international partners. But the way we see them towards the national task force, we want to see better way how it can. Ministry of Finance, I want to left down a language, they say there are priorities, MDAs. For we, drug-related issues, that are the most paramount things now. If we want to move this country before, if we want to move this country resources to become sustainability, we therefore provide more finance. We able make the money able to do the work. We have finance NDLA, we have finance the national response. Because from Facebook and all those somewhere workers, they say, KUSH a big problem in our society. It is a very big problem. It gets a societal problem, it gets environmental problem, it gets problems within all households. Because we don't see now, say, majority, if you sleep, more like this when they come. Again, my neighbor, sleep then days there, when they wake the kitchen, everything is not there. Not to rain camp pulamo, and then KUSH bobo there because they urge they on them. That is what synthetic drugs they do. So we all therefore be a watch corner, more communities. I lay emphasis on communities because if the community is free of drugs, we're not going to see the anxiety. Everybody is living in community, even slum communities where in the say that. Now, my brother, and I want to tell this country the community approach first don't make now, but Kubo border don't go. Now hard to reach place. Now you go up New England, you go up Mount Ore, they all don't go up the hills. So if you make mention of the
One day within slum body closer to water, you see that they go by the water.
Yeah, they go
now
by
the
the
one day with the up the hill.
They don't claim up by the hill because police don't get access for go there. If police don't go there, said it has to therefore get a strange for me to reach out to them. So globally, it has now said those that use drugs do not need punishment. Incarceration, my brother. America don't get money. Now then they put all the formalities there, the first war half of first war. But they said that we strategize that, put in primitive approach on the users. You know what he said. Now the supply routes. If you cut the supply chain, we see look at what did happen. I want to say kudos to the tip up with the law enforcers they get. Chemicals where I see they make drugs with, they don't seize them in this country.
7 million pills.
7 million pills. Do you know what 7 million pills? It is about our population. And if this is being spread among the Sierra Leone population, where the young people are 65% of this, what is it? What are people going to do? And I be don't talk on the radio. I be don't talk am. And we need to be mindful for watch with partners the way they are, where they do business. Some are them born. What happen at YSC Sport Club? Where I think I was saying, I would say, whether they asked me, it was SMBC Money Coffee, I said, drug is behind these things. And the prominent people, the way they raise, the Jeffers, these are the people who don't want to say. So we have to be mindful. Those people who they say, oh, they give license, where they operate in this country.
They are business people.
Now business people there, let us watch our business people. Why you they come with bomb making my set na? Why you they come with that kind of substance na? You know they go na they utilize them because they don't see and say they don't use and KUSH don't come. They don't utilize. We don't know if police don't be moved faster through the tip up so that they get for do that arrest. This that's society is scattered at the society. Where should we go? That is the reason. We get for being mindful. This is the only country we have as Sierra Leone. Those that are being paid by taxpayers' money really need for what he say are always they call on the police. The police. Now una the person. Government they fear una motoka them. Government they give una what he say for go raid. Una go raid. May the exhibit come. May the exhibit be destroyed, but may the exhibit not go back to the community.
Okay. We don't talk too much about the dangers, the problem they cause on society. Let's say, for example, so like use me. You make mention of 12 steps them one they use for rehabilitate. So like for seminar user now. Take me to them 12 steps.
The 12 steps, one. And counseling is number one. And I don't get you. As a drug user, your kind of establishment. I really need to stabilize you first. Which has to take. It got to be the level of your drug intake. Why don't stabilize you? Come up with clinicians then. And test you. The third one, if you really get severe drugs with this FA you take, you go for flush your system, detoxify your system. After detoxifying your system, you are now fit to be admitted. For go under psychosocial therapist. After which, you come to mental health. Everybody that is taking drugs has a mental health challenge. Arnold Weber has been my colleague near any cause. I see Arnold Weber. I get junkie with himself and he go big and a man. But when I go sit down, after I sit down in a closed setup, I see me own status, I see another status. That mental challenge day. Mental health now the more we go for put another issue. After that, person don't go through that mental health detail. Every day that person needs a therapy. After the therapy, that person forget what we call and in the evening, that person you forget a build up place when a sporting variety of things they do.
For keep them
active. From there now, the preventional activities, education. For go to educate that person, for me, you know, say, this is what they take. A so it is. Again, After that, family reintegration is very key into this. If me a drug user, I let this woman can change you. Or somebody the one that you mentor, it can change you. We need to invite people who are mentors, come and give a talk to them people they are. After you prepare that person there for graduate, a livelihood skills.
Or keep them busy.
Busy with a command. Because that person command, you don't get anything where it resorts to. We get what we call relapse time. When somebody there on that relapse time, you don't get anything we do clean. You don't put person in a rehabilitation center. You don't count that relapse time we do clean. Not itself you don't get. Or you don't get no sign for go. It recourse back to her. And when it recourse back to her, it get for be. And again, we go for think about reintegrating them into society. But I want to say, and some ministries like the tertiary education, on the dischargement, they say, then they return back the one that all will be in universities for go through the university. I don't know in which place. Because until that person may be the university, if they get challenged for pay. That pay will be the get challenged for pay, make a recourse to drug. So that's why all tertiary you don't get for just say we get for put them back into university, you go let that person back in fees. So we need to be thinking towards that. And again, where that person don't go, we get majority of them where there's some man and say that this I want to do, something this I want to do. We get this Steven. I mean always. Why will they talk when since Gulu was head of
Youth Commission, National Youth Commission.
I told him that, and even with Unana, where they with this youth, where they with the youth service scheme. Let us forget about people who are coming from university. You have people in ghettos who are coming from university. Let the TVET concentrate to hide out with people that they go sit down.
Try to get them out.
Get them out. This is a very fine program. Gonna get to take this time say youth service scheme. Now all man already na get to we don't go tertiary institution, we don't get. If they self see that, then they say these are mentors, these are change agents. These change agents then they will get for use. Just like how they say the one already come on, they are ambassadors. Me what I don't do, I don't take 10 of them we don't come on at this rehab. We right now I know say the better big up still with itself, but I want to put them in my programming for be peer educators. Going out to those with itself. Now we be there under, but now we don't go, we don't pass through the issues there. Yeah.
Because I remember back in the days when violence among young people don't hit in peak.
Yes.
We see how the government then be using people and or go back into society. Or go talk to them company, we see the difference we make.
Yeah, because Weber and my sister will not go just grab here when I go that get to now and go talk to people.
We're not able to talk the language.
No able to talk to them, even to access them. So you use the one them we be done day. We don't say don't come on now as a change agent, as a peer for talk to the company. So this country need more. We get a youth service scheme. We can talk go give an early branch, and where we say a lot of which is don't count a TV. More left now than one the odd, but there is a discrimination to we where they go on selecting people going to the rehab center. One, anybody who gets saw is not being allowed to go to that place. Why? Now we are the only organization where they do home care right now. So at the call, all everybody where they watch me. 147 Nkane Drive is our office. Now then we drop in center there. Anybody who get saw issue, now for goodie, we they was 2 times per week. Anybody will contact we. When you can then what he said, then you give 2 days. After 2 days you come back.
We're not getting that tablet where you don't for cleaning the system.
Tablet that what he said, the SOP don't come up with a launcher before we begin. Give them.
Okay,
because currently we are doing a lot of services to the drug users. When you come to our center, we test you if you have HIV or other underlying diseases them or STIs them. We get the services there, which is free of charge. Okay. The home care is free of charge. And to those that are injectors, we are giving clean needles and syringe. Why will they give clean needles and syringe? That is the fastest way of carrying out, forget HIV, forget the hepatitis. So, and studies be done with itself. This country, they do have. And under the Ministry of Health, supported by the Global Fund. We in Amina, the lead organization, where they do that. Okay. And again, they do paralegals and issues to them, and we get a probable services. Anybody will get drug, anybody will get crime, if we get a crime related, if that person they just lie the life partner or the abuser, we have lawyers, we then go court, we then go talk, we then represent them. Okay. But not a serious crime where they win a state crime, we cannot go for it. Again, we get a psychosocial facilities that we place where we do psychosocial and mental modeling of people. 85% of my staffs were drug users. So, we institution there, 147, you go to Bo 44, also street.
This is an important message in the past.
Yes, that's the part.
I will do them bit by bit.
Yes.
So even if somebody watch this program later in the day, then we will get the information there.
Yeah, so before that, let me just pass on my phone numbers to people. 079356230. That is by Airtel. 031 60 83 66. That's my QCell number. You can reach me with this number. And the office in Western area is at 147 and Candle Drive. In the next 3 weeks, we will go Western Rural. Because of the studies we don't do, Western Rural from starting now from Levuma Beach, going to Goldrich up to number 2, get a drug problem. We will hope for get an office in between Laka and Mambo for people living to that area, for men and get the facilities. Because Bok Chunk, during the violence of the community, will be the lonely. They all don't go towards Goldrich. Go to Bow, 147N, 44 Hazoni Highway. Just, if you come off Rita, the house where you pass, you meet Monoput Supermarket, a brown house. That is our office. In Kenema, Ture Street, reservation, 5 Ture Street, you can access our facilities. Cambia, you go to the Poloko Road, 15, you can get with there. We don't get an integrated drop-in center where they deal with drug users, commercial sex workers, na Lungi. Now na Airfield Road. 4 Airfield Road. So all the facilities they are at the top, they na them places them there.
Now then McKinney.
McKinney, yes. McKinney na I say Azoluni.
Okay.
Yes, well within McKinney. So una contact the establishment there. If una call me number, una them McKinney or any side of the way itself, Akigu na the focal people then, numbers then, na them times a hour I don't call. Drug related issue, not a one man issue. When it happen to your neighbor, sympathize with that your neighbor. Sometimes tomorrow that you begin a good day. Again, I'm on the courtesy to school facilities. The Ministry of Basic Education make we try for radicalize this drug related issue. When I don't get radical inclusion, we all don't accept them. We person get belay, is supposed to go to school. Sierra Leone was taken to the ECOWAS court for that, and the ECOWAS court will give what he said. Now we get time. If we are talking about radical inclusion, if we want to cut drug, let us have a curriculum on drug and prevention, starting from the primary schools to tertiary institutions. So the people already can, we don't give them a mental beat up, we don't catch them before they will go inside. So again, the police. Please, let us work for Sierra Leone. We don't see most of our colleagues there, the same drugs, they say become them. But the approach of where we do, what they do in a bigger countries. Not for just don't dismiss person. The first people that want to begin dismiss, those people could have been a change agent for the police, rehabilitate them and their colleagues, then see them. People using drugs issue, nothing, whether poor, boku, people then feature. Where as a country we need for what is approaches how to deal with drug related issues, not a primitive approach. You go on pussy. Some people goes to Pademba Road where they not go with drug issue. But before they come up Pademba Road, they don't get drug related issue. How drug they enter in a prison? More ask this question.
Then a discussion for another day.
So this thing, how they can call Yebe. Yebe. All things inside. You get cassava, you get petete, you get plantain, everything. Now for that we for turn this fight as Yebe. May all man put in hand on deck.
Indeed.
How for reach out. I want to say thanks to the media houses. Again, I will call upon how can I call the National Task Force. Yeah, we know say we will not get money. Today, Asidoya, for access media, it is very difficult. But the media houses themselves, we know see them, personnel themselves, some of their colleagues them don't fall under the hands of substance abuse. Through a relationship, you can get 30 minutes with yourself for talk to people. So we try make MOUs with media houses. If money not they self yet, we can use what we call appropriate technology, which you get at hands more user force for reach out the community.
Okay, thank you very much, Habib Tagoy Kamara, Executive Director, Social Linkages for Youth Development and Childing. I want to take plenty take you time for kind of program this morning.
Well, now so they end the program for today, and the program we just watched now Voices Online TV on Voices 7 a.m. program, and I want to say plenty thank you to we guest again at the Joint Annual for Tell and thank you as it all tell we boku team about this KUSH fest, and this KUSH fest now all man fest now all Salonian fest, so now we all put hand together and fest this fest. So thank you to the production team, and Chris Cote don't be with camera operator, and Raphael don't be with technical operator. So till tomorrow I say bye bye.
I want for you say continue for watch the programs. Another fresh edition, final edition of the program Voices at 7 a.m. will come to you tomorrow na this same channel, na Facebook and on YouTube. Stay blessed. Me na Arnold Felix Elbadisi. Tata.
And me na Magdalene Carbo.
Welcome to Voices Online TV, your trusted source for the latest news and developments in Sierra Leone. Today, we embark on a groundbreaking journey into the arts of our nation's digital evolution. In a world where information flows seamlessly through screens and keyboards, new media has become a powerful force shaping our society and driving progress. From the energetic bloggers who bring fresh perspective to social media, influencers who amplify voices and stories, Sierra Leone's digital landscape is alive with innovation and engagement. In our new program, New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, we explore how this digital pioneer are transforming our nation. Join us as we dive into the world of online content creators and media innovators, discovering how their efforts are fostering growth, education, and empowerment across Sierra Leone. Tune in as we spotlight the voices behind the screens, unveil the impact of new media on our development journey. This is New Media Contribution to Development in Sierra Leone, only on Voices Online TV. Voices,
Your trusted information.